Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, to Scum. And yes, as you all know, we're having a wipe on the 19th. So, yeah, at this point, a lot of players don't see the point in doing anything because they're going to lose everything. A lot of people are saving up their gold. I've never been interested in gold. Just trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the guide series that I already started. I don't know what's going to change with all the quality of life changes that they're going to bring into the game. So I'm either going to continue the guide that I started with a few days ago, or I'm going to start a brand new guide. I'll see what I'm going to do. Tom, thank you very much for 33 months and 7 years, my bro. Really, really appreciate it. Bro Job, welcome. Tyro, welcome, 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 guys. Lars, welcome. But yeah, since we're going to lose everything, I thought I'd give you guys a unique stream because you guys know what is the most effective build. You guys know the strategies that I usually follow. But I thought it would make an interesting stream to just focus on how to not die, because even on the new Training Day official server, even on official settings, because my new server Training Day is official settings. And if any of you watched day one of the Ultimate Guide for Scum, you will see that I died at the end to a wolf. But very funny, I died 3 times after that. And I didn't record it because I didn't think anything was going to happen to me, but in the weirdest ways. But all of them were NPC. It was NPCs that killed me. Like when I wanted to record day 2, I jumped out of a window on the 2nd floor because I went to bed, in that room. Jumped out of the window, and there was just an NPC right there in front of me with a shotgun. Blew me to pieces. And then the second death, I got a bit too comfortable in a town, ran into 3 NPCs, shot me to death. And the 4th time, I can't remember, but it was probably an NPC as well. And I just thought to myself, the fact that we are doing the leaning mechanic is actually exploiting the game. If you technically think about it. Like this whole thing that if you lean, you can see them, but they can't see you. That is technically an exploit. Okay, it doesn't matter how you swing it. You are abusing a weakness in the game to gain an unfair advantage. Now, the thing is, the reason that I don't think it's the end of the world is because I'm always going to play like that. I am never standing in the open and fighting NPCs in the open. Like anyone that stands in the open while level 5 NPCs are shooting at them needs a brain check, needs to check his decision making for the future, and their health insurance should go up drastically. So I'm always going to stand behind cover and lean, whether they can shoot me or whether they can't shoot me. I'm not going to change my play style. Okay, so when I'm ready to fight, I'm going to get cover, and I'm going to use that cover so that I don't get shot from multiple directions. So it's the game's, that is the, Scum's responsibility to make those fights more realistic so that you can't just lean and kill them. But one thing I have discovered, that because I am thinking about that weakness, I'm playing Scum in a very, very unnatural way. Which means when I see NPCs, my first thought is not to run. I don't know when's the last time where my first thought when seeing an NPC is to run. Usually my first thought is kill them or get into cover and kill them, because I'm constantly thinking that they can't see me while I'm leaning, which is not very sportsmanlike, but that's what I'm thinking. But because I'm all about immersion and I'm all about enjoying myself, and I know that is the best way to enjoy myself, is to make the situation as realistically as possible. Because if you don't live yourself into the situation, you can get bored very, very quickly. Like if you've got the amount of knowledge that I have and you don't care about anything, it's very difficult to have fun. But when you take it as serious as possible, every decision matters. Then you're automatically having more fun with the game. So the realistic thing to do when you see an NPC and you don't have a helmet on and you don't have armor on and you don't have a gun like they do is to run. Because in real life, if you get dropped onto a prison island and you make a wooden bow with wooden arrows, if you hear 5 people talking, walking towards you, and you see a gun, you are not going to stand there and go, okay, let me just get the perfect leaning angle to kill these guys with a wooden arrow. Okay, you are going to run for your life. So that is the purpose of today's stream. How would you play Scum if you actually thought about it realistically? If you actually made yourself the character that lands on the island, if you can imagine you are that guy that lands on the island, how would you actually play? And how long would you then survive? Because if you are actually that guy, every decision matters. You are not rushed. Your main goal is to survive, because if you are actually that guy, you don't respawn. If you are actually that guy, when you die, you're dead. And that is why my one life challenges years ago were so much fun for me, because that is when every decision matters. If you give your character one life, then you can't just play and not care about anything. You can't just play the game casually. You have to really invest yourself in everything that you do, and every single decision matters. So then getting bored, it's way more difficult to get bored when every single moment can be your last moment. Okay, so we're going to reintroduce that feeling that every single decision matters. I'm not calling the stream a one life challenge. I'm just calling the stream how to not die in Scum. Okay, and hopefully if we implement that into our daily sessions of Scum, we might get that magic back where we actually enjoying ourselves constantly instead of getting bored or burning out or being frustrated because of wipes, because we're losing everything that we put into our bases. So, Ethan, welcome. Drowned in Doubt, welcome to the stream. Osman, welcome, buddy. And yes, so we're going to play on the most difficult server that I've ever played on, but there's various aspects that makes a server difficult. Meat Grinder was very difficult because of the lack of loot and the puppet danger. The reason I say Supermax is the most difficult server I've ever played on is because everything wants to kill you. There is constantly a threat that wants to kill you, okay? And we are going to start a new character now because it doesn't matter losing what we're going to lose in 5 days in any case. So I'm going to start a brand new character and just focus on not dying like I would in real life. And then we see what the experience is like. So we're going to go to multiplayer, Supermax, new character, yes. Okay, we're going to keep Bad Max. Now we're going to take away all our intelligence, add it to strength. That's an idea. It is one idea. It is one idea. Yeah, this is what I thought of. Don't really care about the PP size. Put some body hair on us. Next. Take the standard gold. Now, the reason that I'm taking 1 intelligence is because if I really want to survive, then how clever my character is doesn't affect how long I survive. How strong my character is definitely affects how long I'm going to survive. So I'm going to go with advanced melee weapons, and I'm going to go with medium archery and basic brawling. Then advanced running, and then here, thievery is very important in the game. But thievery doesn't help you to survive longer. Thievery just lets you get the best loot in the game faster, but it doesn't let you survive longer. So we're going to take advanced stealth instead of advanced thievery. Okay, we're going to break the mold. Then out of all our skills in intelligence, of course, medical is the most important. So we're going to take at least basic medical. Technically, that is the most important skill. But navigating, in my opinion, is also important. Like being able not going in the wrong direction, getting in and out of a town as fast as possible, getting lost, going the wrong way, not being able to exit an area really, really quickly. Like technically, yes, this is the best choice. But for me to enjoy myself, I'd like to not get lost. So that's the build we're going for. Okay, and that is technically the best build to not die to PVE threats. Because the stronger you are, the harder you hit. Is brawling a great skill? Yes. But melee weapons with strength is a way more important skill because you'll kill puppets a lot faster and you don't have to get so close to them. Then archery is a no-brainer. Running is a no-brainer. Running keeps you alive because you can run away. Stealth is a no-brainer. The less noise you make, the longer you live. And then this is debatable, okay? You could say putting everything into medical is better. You could say taking 4.5 and putting 1.5 there so we can get to medium medical makes sense. But if you just want to go down to not thinking too much about it, this is the build on how not to die. Now let's put it into practice, shall we? Well then, the training day server will be perfect for you, Lars. Perfect. Okay, since the server's not gonna wipe, I don't really care. I'm gonna use my powers quickly here. There we go. I just changed the time. First step that you need, or your first step to survival, is to open your parachute in time. Now I did change my mouse's DPI speed, so I need to work on that. So I'm just gonna land safely quickly. Make sure I don't hit the tree. Hitting a tree can get you killed as well. Like, you can die before you even hit the ground, guys. You can die before you even craft anything. Okay, so I'm going to get into a bush because I changed my DPI settings. So, yeah, all of this is a lot slower. So, mouse sensitivity, I'm going to put that on 30, apply. Oh, that's too fast. I just changed my DPI settings, guys, because if your DPI settings on your mouse is very high, then every game you play feels too sensitive when you start it, you know? Every single game I play, when I start playing Windrose, the mouse is too fast. When I start playing any game, the mouse is too fast. And that's because those games are built on like 600 to 800 DPI, you know? So if you play with 1,600 DPI or higher, you know, you're always going to have to reset the sensitivity. So I just thought to myself, I don't want to keep changing the sensitivity, and, you know, I'd rather stick to the norm. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's go with this. This won't take too long. Oh, that feels fine. And I mean, I really don't care about my lockpicking sensitivity because bomb diffusal should probably be a little bit faster. Lockpicking should probably be a little bit faster, but we're just going to do this. Yeah, that should be fine. I'm going to put everything on 10. That should be fine. Okay. Okay, it's a little bit fast. So let's make it 8. That feels a bit better. Okay. Mouse is too fast. Yeah, it can. That can affect you. Still feels a little bit fast. I'm gonna make fine adjustments here. Okay, yeah. Okay. So let's get started. Okay. First thing that's important, we're far away. Okay, we're not far away. We are quite far away from any dangerous places. That's very, very important. We're in the middle of nowhere. Landing in the middle of nowhere is very important if you want to survive. It's very unlikely. Let's just do it like I'm not gonna rely on the DLC, guys. Let's just say I land on the island without any sponsors, okay? This definitely looks like you got a sponsorship like in Hunger Games, okay? I'm going to imagine that I got no sponsor in the Hunger Games, okay? I'm out here alone and I have to survive. Yeah, going into a red zone early, definitely a death wish on Supermax. Definitely a death wish on Supermax. No doubt about that. I like the fact that I am going to be very soft because of my stealth skill, but everything around me is going to be very loud because of my stealth skill. I really like that. I was just thinking to myself, if somebody entered an abandoned bunker now they would be pretty upset with me by just changing the time. Because they had a lot of time in the abandoned bunker, and now they've got very little time in the abandoned bunker. I don't know. I don't know how much it's going to affect them. I hope it didn't affect someone too badly. Splash Damage is your new sponsor. Nice, buddy. So yeah, guys, we're going to see if we can survive for an entire stream. Okay? Yeah, this is Supermax, buddy. This is Supermax. And we're going to play as if every decision matters. I feel pretty safe, you know. I'm close to wind pumps. I don't know why NPCs would be looking out for me here. I'm on a downhill. You know, it's very easy for me to get into cover really quickly. So I feel pretty safe, you know, doing everything that I'm doing at the moment. I feel the chance of NPCs just rocking up here and killing me is pretty low. Hey, Caldron, welcome. Okay, let's take the axe. Get to the closest tree. I must say, I'm pretty far away from the tree. Possible, Ethan, it's possible. But I'm sure they'll forgive me, you know. I'm sure they'll forgive me. If they can forgive the developers for taking everything away from them, I'm sure they can forgive me. For changing the time once every 5 years. I think I'm actually going to disable. I know how to get rid of the DLC. You know, the backpack with all the stuff in. You just go to Steam and you deactivate the DLC that you don't want to use. I'm actually seriously thinking about deactivating the DLC. You know, for the guide's purposes. But I don't need that DLC. I can see how some people will need the DLC. You know. Like, if you're struggling, the DLC will really help you. But, I mean, yeah. I technically don't need it. And, I mean, getting a gold card for free, it's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit much. Getting a gold card for free is a little bit too much. They were like, oh, I see Luth's playing. Who can change the time? Only Luth. Bastard. Bloody bastard. Now, you guys might think I'm going for a spear immediately. But you're wrong. I'm not going for a spear immediately. After that wolf killed me, I lost my confidence in a spear completely. Like, yeah. Like, just dying to a wolf once when you've got a metal spear with you, it breaks all your confidence. Probably, Ethan, probably. I used to make the metal spear, but lately just go with the bow and axe at the start, yeah. No, the axe isn't bad. Axe isn't bad at all. Okay, so we've got the basics. Got the basics, okay? Now, what you do first matters a lot. So that is an ocean town. Got a lot of danger right next to us. That's a trader. These are two very, very big towns. That's the only problem I have with it. These are two very, very big towns, and big towns are not the best place to start. You'd like to start at a little bit smaller, yeah? You want like farmlands and small towns, not massive towns like this. You're definitely gonna face a lot of NPCs in big towns like this. So I'm just thinking now, where would be the best spot to start? Well, I'm just gonna do what I've learned. Like after I did the first day of the ultimate guide, I found out there was gonna be a wipe. I thought about, okay, like how would you do it? You know, if you like never wanted to die, if you wanted to do the perfect playthrough, how would you play from day one if you never wanted to die? Because dying wastes a lot of time. Like you have to do everything over again. So dying definitely wastes a lot of time, especially when you don't have enough money for a sector spawn. So your first priority should either be to get a sector spawn, you know, or to stay alive. One of the two. My priority would be to stay alive. Did they ever fix the drone? The drone in Sandbox will blow up if it gets stuck. I don't know, Lars. I've seen one blow up in multiplayer as well. You mean the small drone? Yeah. The drone is constantly blowing up on me on Supermax. Very annoying when in a major POI. Yeah, so clearly they haven't. Yes, Lars. So C2 must always be my priority. Like, you know, you're very limited with your options here. Very, very, very limited with your options here. You're very limited with your options here. Okay? Like here, you don't look how far the closest town is. When you look at this, where are the small spots? Where are the safe spots for you to loot? There's basically no safe spots for you to loot. This spot over here, one big town right next to you, then there's a lot of small spots. But if you want to look at having a lot of options that are really great for a new player, C2 is it. Okay, C2 has everything that you need. Small locations, very, very close to you. Place to get military clothing really, really fast. A castle to get some standard loot. A town which is not really massive. It's not a massive town, just a little small town that you can dip your toes into. Got a lot of options. So yeah, C2 is basically it. Now, to get to C2 and to not die, that is the next challenge. Now, because I'm streaming, I'm not going to let you guys fall asleep because every sector takes about 10 minutes if you run. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40. It's going to take us about 40 minutes just to get to C2. Okay? If we just run. It's roughly about 10 minutes, guys. So instead of you guys just looking at me running for 10 minutes, we're going to basically play like we don't know the map roughly. Or we do know the map, but in any case, we're going to go for the safest spot that's close to us. And the safest spot that's close to us is right over there. So let's go. Hey, Tekimato, welcome to the stream. And if I really want to immerse myself, I'll play like this. Like, I'm not going to jog everywhere in real life. I'm definitely not running everywhere in real life. But I mean, yeah, we still have to entertain ourselves a little bit and not fall asleep. So it's a fine balance between immersion and having fun. Hey, Rizzy, welcome, bud. Let me just refresh my memory what I need for a quiver. Of course, just thread. Thread is always the first. Thread is the first thing that we need for most things. But this, basically rope 5 rags and rope 5 rags and stick. We can get the rope so long. Definitely get the rope so long. Now, I can just cut up my own clothing, but I'm not. I'm not going to cut up my own clothing. I'm going to give myself a target, and that's to find some clothing, while I need to find thread. I don't know, Tiki. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. They said they're just going to bring in a ton of quality of life changes, so we'll have to see what those quality of life changes are. Oh, so you will decide when you see updates. No, they will tell us. Like when they do an update, they have to have update notes to tell us what they did. But we have to wait for the update to get the update notes to know what they said they worked on. Hey, Zeke, welcome. Get some water over here. No, Tiki, no. Okay, we're getting close to the POI, so now we need to be careful. And the biggest thing I can tell you guys, when you see or hear NPCs you don't have armor on, run. And I'm going to test it out. Like, I've never played like that. But when I sense danger, I'm just going to run. I'm not going to act like I'm Rambo when I just dropped on an island with a wooden bow and with a wooden bow and wooden arrows. I'm not going to act like I've got an RPG. I don't know, Ethan. Your guess is as good as mine, buddy. Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You can definitely outrun them. Definitely. I think I'm going to enter from the beach side. Like, I know this thing. I know there's an uphill here and you can look down on the town. But if you look down on the town, there's a lot of angles to attack you from. So I'm thinking starting from the beach side will be better for survival, because then you can only be attacked from one side. You know, like if you're against the water, you can only be attacked from the right. You can't be attacked from the left. And worst case scenario, you can always jump into the water. Yeah, you can always go swimming if things get rough. But yeah, quest number 1 is threat. Quest number 2 is smartphone. No, they don't go in the water, buddy. But they can shoot you in the water. They can definitely shoot you in the water, so you have to be careful for that. Actually, I don't know if they go into. I don't know if they go into the water. I mean, animals go into the water, puppets go into the water. So actually, I don't know. Yeah, Lars, that's what they said. Quality of life, but we don't know what they mean with quality of life, so we'll have to see. They say it's so massive that they have to do a partial wipe. You know, and then they're using excuses that we don't fall for because we're not idiots. But this whole excuse like, you know, it's to help with server performance. No, don't worry. Bases disappear on their own if they are abandoned, and on 90% of the other servers that is privately owned, we can destroy the bases. Don't worry. We don't need a wipe just to get rid of old bases. So they didn't start the relationship off on a great foot, you know, acting as if we're idiots, believing, you know, why they need to do the wipe. But I hope the quality of life changes are very big, because if they're not, you know, then you're basically just making people unhappy that are already unhappy. So not a great first move, you know, not a great first move when you join the community. Now, because of my stealth, I just have to focus on who's looking at me, because I know I'm not going to attract anything that's not looking at me. Like, I have to be very close to a puppet to attract it with sound. So the only thing that I'm worried about is vision. And the searching begins. The loot puppets can be a game changer. Yeah. Where is the... Yes, see, man. I want to say, where the hell is the lime juice? Who knows, Lars? Who knows? Maybe. Who knows, buddy? Who knows? Very important to search every puppet, because one of them could have a smartphone. One of them could have a smartphone. I'm definitely looking for a nail. I want a nail as far as I can get one. Okay. Priority. Oh my word. Now that's what you call a good start. That is what you call a good start. What do they say? Lucky is when preparation meets opportunity, eh? Preparation meets opportunity. What I'm talking about, right? Hey, Dragon King, welcome, my man. 4 shots. Wow. Improvised rifle. Why, buddy? Do I want NPCs and... Do you want me to deal with NPCs and hordes at the same time? I won't even use original shotgun. I won't even use an original rifle in this town, bro. Never mind improvised rifle. I'm looking for thread. That's number 1. After thread, the smartphone is also a priority, but I mean, after the thread, I have to focus on the backpack and the armor. Okay, my water and food is fine for now. Water and food is fine for now. Basically, houses. According to me, we just have to focus on houses. I don't know, David. We will find out on the 19th, my bro. We will find out on the 19th. Oh, I need rags. I need rags. I need rags. I need rags. No, I don't need rags. Yes, I do need rags. I don't have bandages. I did need rags for the quiver, but now that I've got a quiver, I need rags to heal myself. Hey, Buzz, welcome, my man. Wear a cap, why not? Nice shirts, more clean rags. Cool. We're almost out of our prison clothing, which is nice. Hey, everyone was just catching up on the beginning of the stream. So what are you telling us, Luth? Is that Trinity had it right along in running away from the NPCs? Yes. Yes, she had it right all along. But the thing is, she runs away from everything Friday, so that is not completely correct. You're not supposed to run away from everything. You're just supposed to run away from people with guns. Hopefully this is a quality of life change that they'll fix. Hey guys. Hopefully they'll fix this quality of life change. Hello. Quality of life fix number 1. Hello? Just gotta keep patient, guys. Remember, every decision counts, eh? Every decision counts. It's not time to get impatient. Time to immerse yourself. No, I don't like these gloves. They don't look cool. No. Fighting the same puppets since 8 years is so sad. I hope they will change them in a bit. Yeah, that's why I want the new Tech 1 soldiers and the Wild Hunters. It will add some spice. And yeah, 1 or 2 new puppets would be really, really cool. I'd like something that you can't run away from. I know the thin puppets are fast technically. But I mean, now you can just shoot them in the leg and they can't follow you. So I'd really like some kind of puppet that poses a very big danger. Yeah? Something that you cannot run away from. That will be quite cool for me. Didn't I pick up matches? Yeah. I'd rather use a zipper. How's our energy looking? Energy's still looking good. Like a boss puppet. That's quality of death, not life. Yeah, Rizzy, yeah. Agreed. Yeah, the Tech 1 soldiers must be... Remember, we don't have any end game, Techie. Remember, we don't have any end game. So yeah, the Tech 1 soldiers and the Wild Hunters must be a lot harder than NPCs. And then they need to create end game content, you know? They need to give us a target to aim for. Like, you're not technically supposed to finish a sandbox game, you know, but... They could easily give us an ending. I would revamp the hunting. Now it's not worth hunting. Yeah, there's a lot of things that they can revamp. Definitely agree with that. There's a lot of things that they can revamp. That's an NPC. That's an NPC. Okay, that's time to run. Okay, I'm out. I'm out. See you later. Bye-bye. Thanks, but no thanks. Okay. Thank you, but no thank you. Bye-bye. Hey, Caesar, welcome, buddy. Orange, welcome. You hear gunshots and you don't have a gun, you run. You hear gunshots, you don't have a gun or armor, you run for your life. That's how you survive. Nothing wrong with running, guys. There's nothing wrong with running. We'll get him next time. We'll get him next time. What's the great thing about running? You stay alive. That's the great thing about running. I hid behind a door. I've never done that. Who has hidden behind a door so that the NPC doesn't see him and walks away? That NPC entered the house that I was in and didn't see me because I hid behind the door. That is a first for me in 8 years. That's the first time I've ever done that in 8 years. That's what I mean about immersion, guys. That's what I mean about immersion. Changes the game, my man. It changes the game. Exactly, brother. Exactly. Now I'm running at the moment, guys, but you will see that I'm close to trees permanently. I'm not gonna move away from cover at all. Even if NPCs surprise me, I will be able to put cover between me and them very, very fast. Nice, Orange. Exactly, Ethan, exactly. That's not a fun experience. Doing everything over again is not a fun experience. The longer you survive, the more fun it gets. We need to urinate. I'm going to stand in a bush. Now, you guys know Trinity always poops and urinates in a bush. Now, that's just for privacy reasons. But you can adapt what Trinity does because when you're peeing and pooping, you cannot defend yourself. Okay? So if you start the pooping animation and an NPC runs up on you or a player runs up on you, you're dead. So looking for a bush to pee and poop in is actually great for your survival because NPCs and puppets can't detect you in a bush, and it's very difficult for a player to detect you in a bush. Okay? Something to think about when you're just focusing on how to survive. The stealth poop, exactly. The stealth poop. Or the tinkle. We tinkle in a bush. The bush tinkle. It's always nice having a raincoat. Even if you don't need a raincoat, it's still nice having one. Nice. Military boots. Can only repair them up to 50%, but that's better than nothing. And that's what you call a server restart. The thing is, you can encounter NPCs on a bridge. Like, bridges are very dangerous. I don't know if I've encountered NPCs on this train bridge, but the normal bridges, with the cars on them, you can encounter groups of NPCs there. So you must be very, very careful when you cross a long bridge, especially those bridges that connect the southern island from the main island. Yeah. Definitely have to be careful there. I'm just going to get some water, guys. I'll be back now. Hey, AI Creations, welcome, welcome, welcome. I mean, lucky then I guess Kitty Law, or maybe they came on the bridge from the World War II bunker. Okay. Oh, they can spawn near World War II bunkers. Okay. Oh, 8% is better than nothing. 8% is better than nothing. With the changes to bullet durability when taking out of a box, World War II bunker is kind of useless except for boots now and a couple of other pieces. Yeah, and the fact that you can find broken sniper rifles, you can find guns in World War II bunkers that you can give into the armor for tier 2 quests, Ethan. I think that's the strongest thing. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it is quite a safe way of collecting guns. You know, that you can. Yeah, they're very rare. I do agree, it's rare. But, you know, you can get some nice rewards if you visit, if you don't go out of your way to go to World War II bunkers and you just loot every World War II bunker that you naturally come across. You know, especially when you've got a car or a vehicle, you know, it can really add up. Hey, 4Plugs, welcome, buddy. I don't know if I've ever found thread in one of these train carts, but there's a first time for everything. I don't even know when last I have searched all the train carts, but we're playing to survive today, so everything we do is a little bit different. And different is always better. Different is always better. No, you don't have to search that. The bolt is lying in the open. Yeah, the gene is a better option. Is it the loose gene? Hallelujah, we've got a loose gene. Yeah, I don't like those tight jeans, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just too manly to wear tight jeans. So if it's loose jeans like this, I'm happy. If it's tight jeans, I'm very unhappy. Very, very unhappy. I'm not woke, but I am awake. Okay? I've got 0% wokeness in me, but I'm 100% awake. How do you guys survive the backpack zombies and get the loot? I usually survive the horde, but it's hit or miss when getting the bag. When you kill the zombie, you have to run over its corpse, get into cover, because the entire horde is gonna run to the loot zombie, let them calm down, and then kill them slowly but surely. Because if you stand over him, you can't run away. Like if you walk to him, the horde's gonna come to the loot zombie, not to you, to the loot zombie. So if you're standing on top of the loot zombie, all the puppets are running towards you and they're going to attack you. But if you run over the loot zombie and you take cover close to him, all of the puppets will go to the loot zombie, calm down, and then you can just take them out one by one with a bow or whatever. Patience is a virtue. That's what 20 pints of Guinness does to me. One leg in the bed, the other walking in the pub. Yeah, okay. Hey, I have to stay fairly close. Kitty, try to search the guy first. Yeah. Yeah, some people search him really fast. I don't know how they do that. But yeah, some people just quickly search and run. Which is not that easy. Because he drops a hiking backpack. If you already have a hiking backpack, then you must search him, double-click the hiking backpack, double-click on what you want, and run away. But if your hiking backpack is already full, then you're going to have to, like, you know, carry his backpack. Another thing you can do is loot him and run. Because the puppet will disappear really fast if you run away. But if you loot the puppet, the loot that drops on the ground will take quite a long time before it disappears. So if you are like, I'm always going to run away from him, but then he disappears, rather than loot him, then run away, and then when you come back, you know, the loot didn't disappear. Wow, who would have known we will find a jacket out here, guys? Who would have known? Yes, we're being rewarded for our survival gameplay, man. We are really being rewarded for our survival gameplay. Yes, this is working out very nicely for us. A Negan jacket at the back of a train cart. This is cool, man. I'm more geared than I've ever been when I play aggressively. What? We've been playing for an hour. In a very, very safe way. And we're looking good, man. We're looking good. Oh, this is a very, I have to add this to my guide list. This is a very, very nice train for the beginning. Yo. This is a very, very nice train for the beginning. You're not always going to get lucky, but I mean, it's very safe. Like I say, I've never run into NPCs over here. So, you know, safe loot, which is nice. Now, if we can only find thread in these train cards, then they'll be epic. Take a brick. If we can find thread in here, that will make this location epic. I want to know, since they still haven't changed that duct tape quest, can you stack duct tape? Like if they still want you to go and get 10 duct tape for a quest, I wonder if you can stack duct tape. I'm going to check it out. If you can stack duct tape, that will be cool. How many can you stack in one slot, Ethan? Like, you know, like rags, you can stack up to 3. How many can you stack in one stack? Oh, there's a battery. Holy poop, man. We're finding so many tier 1 quest items here. I didn't even see the battery. Yes, we're getting a lot of tier 1 quest items. So I have to be careful when placing in backpack, or trader will take 3 rolls of 10. But if you pick up, they go into stack of 30. Oh, okay. So you have to drag them. Into your backpack instead of just double click. Otherwise, you're just going to add it. Okay. I get it. And the train is the winner! The train is the winner, ladies and gentlemen. It is officially the coolest starting location in Scum. We have done it. We have beaten the game. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I've kicked Scum's butt for the 500th time. Hope you guys learned something. Have a great night. Cheers. If anyone's wondering, I'm joking, okay? You can stick around. Still got a lot to do. Yeah, flower is not immersive, my bro. Flower is not immersive. We need to immerse ourselves. In real life, and scissors, I'm telling you, this is the best train. This is the train. The train to success. It's unbelievable how much you can find in this train. And just because we changed the way we play, eh? Just because we changed the way we play, we're playing. See, if you just rush everything, if you're like, I know what I'm doing, you're going to get frustrated. Like me, I died 4 times while I was busy with the ultimate guide, guys. I died 4 times on an official server. Why did I die 4 times on an official server? Because I was rushing it. I was way too confident. I was just running like, come on, dude. I can do this. No. No, you can't. If you don't use your brain cells in Scum, you die. Simple as that. Damn it, man. We're looking good, man. We are looking good for 1 hour. Yes, sir. No, Orange. Just a joke, bro. Just... Okay, now we need puppets, but we're not gonna deal with the sentries. There's sentries over the hill. We don't want to, you know, anyone who wants to survive on day one is not going to be getting close to sentries, guys. Realistically, you know, you're not gonna stuff around with sentries on day one with a bow, wooden arrows, and no armor on. Okay. Yes, we have to be careful for NPCs because we're getting close to a town. And there are always bandits in town. And those are bandits. That thing didn't see us. That is bandits. That is bandits. We haven't heard gunshots yet. We have not heard gunshots yet, so we don't have to freak out. We don't have to freak out. There is a safer way for us to get the skins and to craft the sewing kit. I think the gas station is a little bit safer. Yeah, let's start at the gas station. The gas station isn't so much safer. I mean, we can still run into NPCs at the gas station, so stuff this. We just need a few skins. We just need a few skins. Okay. The danger was over there. We're running over here. Actually, the gas station is safer. The gas station is safer. Let's go to the gas station. Let's take a near. I'm a little bit hungry. Ooh. Okay, go. Yo, was I running in the wrong direction? Goodness gracious. I knew that basic survival skill would come in handy. I knew it. I knew it. Need some red ghoul, yeah. Little bit of an energy boost. Okay, We must scope out the place first. The less puppets there are, the more the higher the possibility is that there's NPCs there. The more puppets we see, the safer we feel. The less puppets we see, the more unsafe we feel. Now, what's the opposite of safe? Unsafe. Okay, so there's a bunch of puppets. If there are NPCs, the NPCs will shoot the puppets. So that's good. That's good, that's good. Now, everything looks good on my end as well, Jason. It must be on your end, buddy. Everything looks good on my end. That's another quality of life thing that they can fix. You know, just get the puppets out of the windows and off the roofs. It will really, really help. Yeah. Really, really help. Okay, let's take her quickly. Yep. Coming here was a really good decision. Really, really good decision. Very, very, very good decision. Yeah, but I don't use a metal needle if I don't need to use a metal needle, buddy. You can use a metal needle for way better things than a sewing kit. A quest, yeah, and what you can craft with it, okay? Like you can craft basic lock protection with it, and you can do a quest. So you can craft basic lock protection and a quest, yeah, and a quest. So it's not the end of the world. I'm just used to not doing it. Now, I did get the nail, so I'm going to change my weapon now. I want to see how good this 5 strength and melee skill is. Okay, and now I'm going to take the nail and the plank. Okay, no, let's just first make the wooden plank. And then we take the plank and the nail. Okay. Yep. We're going to test out this plank with nails, and as soon as we get a bat, we're going to use the bat with nails. Now come to me. Feels quite solid. I noticed on Supermax recently the medium lock protection requires a battery. Is that fairly new? Messing up with it a long time ago. According to me, it was only the big lock protection, you know. Not the medium lock protection. According to me, it was just the big lock protection that needed a battery. So yeah, maybe that has changed. I haven't used lock protection in a very long time. But yeah, long ago, I think it was only the big one. You know, the big one that needed a battery. Okay, we need the skins, bro. What are you doing? Come on, focus, focus, focus. We need the skins. Okay. Oh, it's just rope. We don't have enough rope. Easy, man. Easy. Hey, Boozle. Welcome, my man. You gonna check out Blight? Yeah. I've definitely got that on my wish list. I've got a few games on my wish list, Geek. Few games. Not sure. Not sure when it drops. Okay. Now we need bullets. 3 skins. Okay. I think they've lowered that. I think they have lowered that. 3 skins seems a bit low, but okay. I'm not complaining. Using the thread up. Oh, it's fine. It's fine, but it's fine. I only had 12, so I had like 2 pieces left. Yeah, I used up 2 thread. Not the end of the world. Now, as soon as I have thread, I'm swapping to military pants, as I always do. As I always do. This give me 6 slots. The jeans give me 6 slots, but this one's going to give me more than 6 slots. And I look cooler. You see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus the... See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots plus the small little sections. So it's better than a jean. It's better than a jean and it looks a lot cooler. Looks way, way, way cooler. Hey, Yaku, welcome, bud. Good to see you. Come on, guys. Look at those pants. Look at those pants. Those pants look a lot cooler than the jeans, man. Look at that. Those pants look a lot cooler than the jeans, man. A lot cooler. Let's get these guys off the bloody... Come here. Come here. There we go. Yeah, that was terrible. That was terrible. The wind, I could feel the wind. I could feel the wind there. I could feel the wind there. Been playing Scum a couple of weeks. Really enjoy it. Your vids have helped a ton. Thanks. My pleasure, Jason. Thank you for the donation, my man. Let's give Jason a lot of love in the chat, guys. As you guys know, every cent goes a mile. Let's give him a lot of love in the chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. And the last skin. I didn't even know I had arrows left. I did not even know I had arrows left. Thank you for the love, Ethan, Geek, Booze on Lars. Appreciate it, brothers. Appreciate it. Yep, and don't forget to click that like button if you guys are enjoying the stream. Okay, I need 5 more arrows. That's not too bad. Let's quickly see what's going on inside here. Let's quickly see what's going on inside here. I like the club with nails. The club with nails together with the 5 strength feels very, very good. Very, 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 very good. I like it, I like it, I like it. I can sell those scissors, why not? Sell those scissors. I need to be very careful with what I do with the thread. How I utilize the thread is very, very important. Repairing that is going to take 2 uses. 2 uses. Okay, let's do it. Gonna end up with 7 uses. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, yeah. Let's just use it as sparingly as we can. This is gonna use up 3 uses. It's gonna use up 3 uses if we use it right now. But we must remember that we're gonna need uses for the bulletproof vest. We're gonna need 1 use. 1 use for the bulletproof vest. Okay. I'll repair that for now. I try to press the like button, Luthais, but it does not work on my keyboard. Any suggestions? I'm about 50 hours in, but my strength only 3.1. Started at 3. You're not maxing out your weight a lot, Jason, or you're driving around with a vehicle a lot. Like, if you want your strength to climb faster, whenever you're walking around, or whenever you're like walking around or riding a bicycle, you must let your weight, your gear weight, be as close to your max weight as possible. Okay, even if you have to add logs or stones to your backpack, if you want to always be, letting your strength go up, maximize the amount. Let the gear weight be as close to the max as possible. But I don't suggest, like, we're going to have a wipe. We're going to have a wipe soon, Jason. I do not suggest starting with anything less than 4.5 strength, buddy. With how the game is at the moment, I really don't suggest starting with anything less than 4.5 strength. Like, the over-encumbrance system is just a little bit too heavy in the game at the moment. Just a little bit too heavy. Okay, there we get a replacement. That's a way better, in my opinion, that's a way better weapon. We'll have to test it out. Yeah, always make sure you've got protein. The wipe is the 90, correct. Hospital pants is a quest item, so we'll take that. If we can get 2 more bolts, we're A4 away. If we can get 2 more bolts, we're A4 away. That's not a bolt. That is a bolt. Now, even if we don't get a bolt, you can always make a bolt, but we're going to have to go into town to make a bolt. So let's get a bolt and craft that armor, shall we? And then we're definitely going to need some food. Definitely going to need some food. We are getting hungry. We are getting very, 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 very hungry. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, like, I don't really understand the wipe, the partial wipe. I don't like the excuse that they gave was not a really good start to our friendship. Acting like I'm stupid is not the best way to start a relationship with the Scum community. But the only thing that would make it worth it for me, the only thing that would make the partial wipe worth it, is if they implement the new loot system, the new loot table that we tested in December last year, where they revamped the loot, that you get certain guns at certain places. That would be like the only good reason for the partial wipe. But I'm suspecting most of us will just be disappointed with the partial wipe. But I mean, it's a new company. You know, let's see what their first swing is like. Let's see what their first swing is like. And my constitution went up by 0.5, you know, when I was playing. But I mean, I was putting my character under pressure a lot. Like if you max out your weight when you're running or when you're riding the mountain bike, it pushes up your con gain and your strength gain. So if you're adding weight, it will let you gain strength and constitution faster. Like I was at 5.5 strength and 3.5 constitution with my previous character. I don't know. You guys can go look at the last Supermax stream and let me know, you know, where my character was. But I felt I was doing good. And there we go. There we go. Okay, now we can relax a bit. Okay, so that is in, I'm telling you guys, houses. Houses are your best starting point because that's where you find the thread in a cupboard. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Look at that. Houses, baby. Houses. What did I tell you, man? Yeah, I know I'm the goat, but you guys will still listen to me. Okay? You guys must still listen to me. I'm not wasting my breath here, okay? Why have I got 2 arrows there in the middle of nowhere? I don't know. That's wasting space. I did a month and a half on bicycle meat grind. I gained 1.3 strength and then lost half of that when I got a car. Yeah, the vehicles make you very lazy. Oh, I stacked it. I did exactly what you guys told me not to do. I stacked it. But that's not what I mean. That is not what I meant. I meant, can you stack it like this? You understand? Because you need 10. You need 10. Whether it's 13 uses, 1 use, or 30 uses, you need 10 individual duct tape to complete a challenge. That takes up a ton of inventory space. You check. So I was wondering, can you stack it like this? But no, you can't. So not worth it. There we go. Okay. So now we can be a little bit more lenient with the thread. We don't have to poop ourselves. And we picked up an extra bone needle for just that. Just that. We're going to make sure that we don't care about the sewing kit use anymore. Hey, Santa, welcome, bud. Yeah. All the quests on Supermax are balanced. Everything on Supermax is balanced. But I mean, you know, people on official servers still has to suffer a bit. Oh, like that stacking is nice. That stacking feels very, very nice. I like how that feels. I really like how that feels. Okay, we just need 2 bolts or something to change the scrap metal into bolts. So let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. The longer we take to get the armor, the higher our chances are of dying. There's no real difference between a military shirt and a normal shirt. No, so I'm just going to keep the normal shirt. I like having a normal shirt when I build a base, yeah? It doesn't feel very casual when you build a base with military clothing on. I like that casual feeling. Okay, we need to focus now. We need to focus now. We can't waste any time. We can't waste any more time. We need a bolt, or we need somewhere to change the stuff. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. Careful. Stay quiet, guys. Stay quiet. Advanced stealth. Here we come. Oh my word. I didn't think you would hear me. I didn't think you would hear me. Okay, let's test out this cleaver. Let's test out this cleaver. Okay, cleaver is an upgrade. The cleaver is a big upgrade to what we were using. A very, very big upgrade to what we were using. So let's do this. And there we go. Oh, it feels good, baby. Under 2 hours. Under 2 hours landing on the probably one of the worst spots on the map. Nice. And that doesn't mean we can go nuts, guys. That doesn't mean we can go nuts. It just means someone killing us is going to be a little bit harder. A little bit harder. Now we need food. We need food like in big time. We need food. We need food like in now. Need food like in now. I feel like when you pass out, you failed in a way. That's just how I feel. Like passing out is not as bad as dying, but I feel when you pass out, you didn't really look after your character. You check. And I feel if you pass out in front of a puppet, or like at the moment, if you pass out in front of a puppet or an NPC or a sentry, you don't die. I feel that if you pass out in front of a puppet or anything that can kill you, it must kill you. That's how I feel. I feel you must pay the penalty for passing out. No, I'm on Supermax at the moment, Jakub. Supermax. Probably eating, yeah. Yeah, the dates are good. The dates are good. Not very substantial food. You restarted Supermax. No, I just created a new character. Because the wipe is on the 19th, geek. Hey, Chico, welcome. Haven't played in ages. Might come back after the wipe. Good idea, buddy. Good idea. See, dates are nice, but you need a ton of dates to sustain yourself. That's what I don't like about dates. Dates are nice to like add to your diet, but to save yourself with just dates is not a good idea. It runs through your system way too fast. I'll give you guys an example.
Defensive positions. Footsteps close.
Shit.
Eyes front.
Why can't I run? Why can't I run? Why are you struggling to run, bro? Just run! Why are you running so bloody slow? Yeah. We didn't get hit, right? Okay, we didn't get hit. That was good. There's nothing I really need from them, guys, you know? There's no real reason for me to mess with them. I don't want an improvised rifle. They haven't got any loot on them that I really, really want. So getting hurt for no reason, not the best thing in the world at this current stage of the game. Like, why would you take on 5 people on purpose? Check. If you see 5 people running at you, why are you just going to stand there and go, bring it on, baby? You know, that's not very realistic. Okay. Now, we've got that. A gun would be a nice idea now. Gun would be a nice idea now. Gun would be quite nice. No. Pistol holster would also be nice right now. Pistol holster would also be nice right now. Okay, looks like we need 2 skins for a pistol holster. Looks like we need 2 skins for a pistol holster. Definitely need a toolbox. Definitely need a toolbox. I need to keep that as high as possible. So a toolbox is definitely needed. Yeah, helmet, definitely. Putting myself in a room, making sure that nothing can get to me very, very fast. Really good, really good. I know they can't jump through these windows, so I know they have to break down the door to get to me. Very effective way of not getting overwhelmed. Bow silencers are also important. Yes, they are. That I would have repaired that if I didn't have this. The heat, the warmth level is the same on both. But if I didn't find this jacket, I would have repaired this jacket, you know? I'm gonna cut these 2 up. Just in case I don't find a pistol holster. Just in case I don't find a pistol holster. I can't repair it past 50%, geek, because I found it under 20%. You know, anything that you find that's under 20%, you can't repair it higher than 50%. Has been a while. What's the state of the game? I want to play, but got put off with all the new stuff. NPC's good. NPCs are challenging. Depends on what you define as good. You know, they are very, very challenging. But on the 19th, we're having a wipe because Gamepires is under new management. And they say they're going to make a lot of quality of life changes. So the 19th is a good time to jump back in and see what they offer. Okay. What is this holster now? What do I need for this holster? Oh, it's the... Okay, I do need 2 skins, but I need 3 bolts. Okay, I can go get the 3 bolts. I can quickly go get the 3 bolts. I'll be back. Go get the 3. Yeah, definitely, Ethan. Yeah, the stacking improvement that we've waited for 8 years was very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. I don't really like looting puppets in the open, but yeah, looting puppets in the open is just not good. But not the end of the world. No, Corky, I'm very limited with the games that I can try out, buddy. That's an NPC. That's an NPC.
Take cover!
Can't leave the police station. The police station is worth fighting for. I'm not hearing gunshots, so it's fine. If I hear gunshots, I'll run. But I'm definitely fighting for the police station. There's still an NPC looking for me. I know that for sure. I know there's an NPC looking for me, and here he is.
Contact!
Not taking any major risks, guys. Not taking any major risks. Always have a melee weapon indoors. Always have a ranged weapon outdoors. Very good habit, because indoors you can't always react fast enough when you're using a boat. Lockpicking can be a little bit faster. Lockpicking can be a little bit faster. What a start. What a start. What a start. What a start. What? Why? What? Taking hands. Load it. Let's go. Okay. Now we have a gun. Now we are dangerous. Now we are the danger. Not completely yet. Not completely yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, we're not gonna pee. We're gonna pee in a bush. We already spoke about that. We're gonna pee in a bush so that nobody attacks us while we're peeing. Let's do it. I'm feeling a lot more dangerous now. I'm feeling a lot more dangerous now. But we're not using the gun unless there are other people with guns. We don't want to tell the whole place we're here unless there's a reason to tell. Oh my word, what a start! What a start. What a start. Holy poop in a doop scoop. Let's craft that pistol holster, baby. Let's craft that pistol holster. We are on a roll, my bro. We're on a roll. On a roll. Yeah, being outside feels very, very nice. Very, very nice. Hey, Sonny, welcome, bud. Definitely need a toolbox. We either need to craft a toolbox or get a toolbox. Yeah. We either need to get a toolbox or craft a tool. One of the two. One of the two. Oh, baby, baby. Oh, I've got very good batteries for it. Very, very good batteries. And there the internet poops all of a sudden. Damn it! Fix yourself, internet. Fix yourself. Okay, guys, the internet is stable again. The internet is stable again. You guys can refresh the stream. You guys can refresh the stream. We just had technical difficulties there for a few seconds. See, going up to C2 now isn't tedious. It's part of the adventure. It's part of the adventure. It's the ads. I love how the lock gets wet inside the building. I really love that feature. The lock itself gets wet inside the building. That's some good quality of life features over there. That is some really good quality of life features. That is a good run, man. That is a good run. The cherry on the cake. The cherry on the cake would be if this keycard is a secret bunker. If this keycard is a secret bunker, it would be one of the coolest runs I've had in a long time. D1. It's a secret bunker. It's a secret bunker, baby! Awesome. Just quick in and out. Just a quick in and out. Just a quick in and out. Do I have a mag? No. No, I don't have a mag for that gun. But I've got the shotgun with slots, so it's fine. If I need to use a gun, I'll use the shotgun with slugs. Okay, now we're just gonna quickly see. No, I feel I've overstayed my welcome here. I feel I've overstayed my welcome. Let's just go. Let's just go. I feel I've overstayed my welcome here. I feel I can handle the weight. Yeah, I feel I can handle the weight. And the raincoat, let's see. Let's see. The raincoat keeps my backpack dry, my quiver. Oh my flippin' word. No! 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 No, 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 no. No, no. No, no. Yeah, it's bad getting shot when the visibility is this bad. What did I do with all the rags? What the flip did we do with all the rags? I had 6 rags on me. What happened to them? I had 6 bloody rags on me. What happened to them? We used them. Holy poop. Guys, we were so close to death there, it wasn't even funny. We were so close to death there, it wasn't even funny. That was close. That was close. We were caught in the open. We were caught in the open. We saw our lives flashing before our eyes. That was rough. That was rough. It's really scary when you don't exactly know where they're shooting you from. That is really, really scary. If you don't know, you know, they're hitting you, but you can't see where they're hitting you from. That is really, really scary. Okay, I'm just gonna get out of here. I'm just gonna get out of here. Let's just take a break over here. Oh, we'll be fine, Geek. We'll be fine, buddy. We'll be fine. We've got an extra sexy denim and we've got hospital pants to cut up if we want. I don't know why I didn't use the scissors. Not using the scissors was really, really bad. Exactly, Yaku, exactly. Yeah, the raincoat really helps a lot, man. With the raincoat, only your pants get wet. Only your pants get wet with the raincoat. That is, a raincoat is really important. Really, 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 really important. I'm definitely going to be utilizing a raincoat a lot more. A lot more. And that's the thing. There wasn't a lot of trees around. Like, usually I would exit the town with a lot of cover. There isn't really any place with a ton of cover. But I mean, I didn't really plan my exit. You know, I could have put a little bit more planning into my exit. Because when you enter a town and when you exit a town, that's when NPCs are most likely to shoot at you. Yeah, I don't know, Sykes. It's very weird that they're letting you think the shotgun's gone. You guys see this? While we're lying down, we don't have a shotgun. I know we have the shotgun. I definitely know we have the shotgun. But we can't see the shotgun at the moment. Exactly, Tom, exactly. See, there's the shotgun, but when you lie down, you think you don't have the shotgun. And I want to make sure all the rounds in the shotgun are the rounds that I want in the shotgun. So, unload ammo. I just want to make sure every round is a slug. So that I can kill an NPC at a distance. If I put buckshot in, it won't be very effective at range. Now, it's 2 sectors that way. It's 2 sectors that way. But the thing is, we don't have any major inventory space. So going to the trader is definitely the best option at the moment. Definitely. I've got no protein in my body. Ooh. I've got no protein. Shit. Should have killed that bloody chicken, man. I should have killed that bloody chicken. Yeah, it's very unrealistic for a raincoat to protect the backpack, whatever. Is that the first chicken or is this a new chicken? I don't know. Oh, yes. We need to craft the toolbox as soon as possible. Thank you, Tom. I didn't even see that, bro. I didn't even see that. That the water adds 20 kilograms. Yes, yes, Caesar. That I don't understand that. Yeah. Water that adds almost 20 kilograms to your carry weight is dumb. I don't know, Sykes. I don't know. Not everything makes sense, my friend. Not everything makes sense. Oh yeah, I've got the corned beef. I forgot about the corned beef. Forgot about the corned beef. Yeah. That's better than nothing. That's better than nothing. A little bit old and moldy, but we can get there. Little bit old and moldy, but we can get there. I think this character feels slow because I was playing with the super soldier for my, the character that I was playing on Supermax had advanced plus running and 4 dexterity. So compared to that character, this character probably feels very, very slow. Hey, Wanted, welcome. Yeah, the previous character felt way faster and more reactive than this guy. Okay, what do I need? Just a blunt tool. Okay, good. Okay, that will help a little bit. One plank, one bolt. One plank, one bolt. Okay, basically one bolt. One bolt. I can... Man, crafting that is so bloody easy. Crafting another one of those is so bloody easy. Man, I think we're fine. Yeah. Decisions. Let's just go. Okay, that's an abandoned bunker. No, that is an abandoned bunker, and that is an abandoned bunker. That's a normal bunker. We're overheating a little bit, so let's get rid of that. That. Strength though. I've given a lot of strength ups, buddy. Always make sure you're carrying the max amount of weight on you. Like, I'm not leveling up my strength right now. I am, but very, very, very little. Okay, this town is dangerous. Even that little farmhouse is dangerous. But we could find a toolbox here. I've got a flipping shotgun. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'll fight for whatever is inside here. Yeah. I do need more protein. I do need more protein. But I'll show you guys a very clear example of what a big difference the weight makes. Very, 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 very big difference. But what? Bow need fix. Yeah. Quality of life fix, yes. Yeah. I did put the batteries in the smartphone, buddy. Let's hope we get lucky with a toolbox or something. Hope so. More thread. No, the combat boots is more than enough. Come on, one bolt, baby. One bolt, baby. One bolt. One bolt. Well, there's not a big difference between metal-tipped arrows and stone-tipped arrows, so I'll definitely make stone-tipped arrows when I can. Nice, man. Nice, nice, nice. This should be good for the trip we're gonna take. Yeah, remember the metal takes a toolbox. Ethan, you always need a toolbox to craft the metal-tipped arrows. But if you compare the damage, the amount of shots you need to kill certain things, there's a massive difference between wooden arrows and stone-tipped arrows. But there's only like there's like a 70% damage difference between wooden and stone-tipped. But there's only like a 30% difference between stone-tipped and metal-tipped arrows. And if you look at amount of arrows needed to kill most puppets, there's almost no difference. So the damage difference between the stone-tipped arrow and the metal-tipped arrow doesn't really change the amount of arrows you need to kill certain puppets. You see? So that's why they're very, very close to each other. Okay. Now a good way to show you guys this is we're gonna put a blueprint over here. Hopefully NPCs don't shoot me to Kingdom Come, but this is probably the best way I can show you guys. So we're gonna put a blueprint down here. Okay. So now when I jog up, I'm just gonna jog to, I don't know, but we're gonna run up here, and then we're gonna see the average strength is 61,000. The average constitution is 65,000. Okay? Constitution gain, 65,000. Strength gain, 62,000. Okay? 62,000, 65,000. Of course, when we're running uphill, it will be less. Or when we're running downhill, it will be less than uphill. But that little bit of extra weight, I'm going to show you now. So it was 62, 0.62, 0.65. Now, if we just add a little bit of weight, just a little bit of weight. It's going to be quite difficult adding a little bit of weight. It's going to be a little bit difficult adding a little bit of weight, yeah. Now it's going to be quite difficult adding a little bit of weight. Okay, it's very difficult for me to add a lot of weight here. But I can still do it. I can drop stuff here, so I can still show you. So we can drop that and drop that and drop that, because all of these are light items. So I'll take that. And then take that. Okay. So I've literally just added, how much did I add? I added 6 kilograms. I added 6 kilograms. I can add another 6 to 7 kilograms, but just with 6 kilograms extra. Just with 6 kilograms extra. From 0.62 to 0.70. Constitution, not so much. It's not making a massive difference on the constitution. But I mean, it's making quite a difference on the strength. And if I put this up to 54 kilograms, I will gain more. See, 6.67. It was average 0.62. Now it's average 0.67. So adding weight to your character, any weight, increases your strength gain and your constitution gain. So if you are struggling with your constitution, okay, or with your strength, just always make sure you get your character as close to because your max carry weight is going to be dependent on your strength. And another reason, that you're going to struggle to gain strength is the closer you get to 8 strength. But just trust me, guys. Okay? It makes a huge difference. Like, I just added 6 kilograms to my gear weight. And it took my strength gain from 0.62 to 0.70. Okay? That is like 12% more strength gain by just adding like 6 kilograms extra to my gear weight. So just focus on that. I promise you it will make the world of difference. The world of difference. If you just focus on that, it's going to make a big difference to your strength and constitution problems. Okay? But does the constitution need a fix? Yes. The fact that you lose constitution while you're riding a dirt bike or a vehicle is dumb. Especially a dirt bike. Especially a dirt bike. So the constitution definitely needs an overhaul. It needs to be improved. I'm not going to argue against that. I'm just saying if they don't improve how constitution works, the information I'm giving you is important. And that's why a lot of people won't wear tactical armor, because a person with 3 strength is going to struggle their butts off with tactical armor. But my character with 4.5 strength or 5 strength is not going to struggle with tactical armor. And tactical armor makes my survivability extremely high. But the biggest reason people prefer a bulletproof vest over tactical armor is that a bulletproof vest is only 8 kilograms, where tactical armor is 13 kilograms. So they want to save on that weight. But once you realize that the weight that you carry on you is directly related to your strength and constitution gain, you're not going to focus on that too much. The thing is, Ethan, you can carry an extra drill, or an extra rebar cutter, or an extra toolbox when you're looting. I can't. You check, that bulletproof is giving you 5 kilograms extra that you can carry, which makes quite a big difference when you're looting stuff. Like, you can take an extra gun home, or you can carry an extra item of value where I can't. If I want to run, I can also carry it, but I'm not going to be able to run. So when I exit a bunker, and I'm not able to run, I'm in way more danger than you, because you can run. You just never know. You never know when you're gonna run into trouble. That's the thing. You never know when you're gonna run into trouble. Oh my word, I dropped my arrows. I dropped my arrows and I forgot my arrows. Oh my word, okay, it's fine. I don't need arrows. I've got advanced melee weapons. And 5 strength. They call me Bruce Lee. They call me Kung Pao Chicken. The children call me Kung Fu Panda. Hard to stockpile food now. Although if leave meat on bone, it don't rot away. Rots away super fast raw. I think they changed the durability a bit, but yeah, you don't. Yeah, you want to be careful with your meat. It's very difficult to stockpile meat if you're not exploiting a wheelbarrow or you're not using a fridge. Then yes, it is very difficult. Okay. I want to make sure I'm not leaving a toolbox here. I want to make sure I'm not leaving a yellow screwdriver here. This little piece of poop down over here can have the yellow screwdriver that can change your entire life. Or it can have the utility belt that will change your entire life. When you play this game the way it's meant to be played, you will take things more seriously. And every moment will be very, very important. Because then you become one with survival. And I just realized if NPCs shoot me again, I've only got 1 rag. If NPCs shoot me again, I've only got 1 rag to heal myself. Which will be very, very bad in a very, very bad situation. Bro, like, look at all these sexy shorts, man. Goodness gracious. Every time I go to the trader, I'm like, where do you find sexy shorts? Why? Why don't I know where to find sexy shorts? Because I'm not playing the game like I should be playing the game. Yeah, I'm not a cannibal, my bro. I'm not a cannibal. I don't do the cannibal thing. that's got a lot to do with immersion as well. Like, I won't eat people realistically, so I'm thinking this utility belt is really good for pistols, huh? This utility belt is really good for pistols. You guys see that? This utility belt is really nice for pistols. I like it. I like it. But yeah, if you're very desperate for protein, guys, sure. Yeah. If you are extremely desperate for protein, sure. Eat the NPCs, okay? No problem. No problem. You can eat the NPCs if you want. Where is this woman? Where is this woman? And a knife holster. See, it just keeps getting better. Just keeps getting better. If I find a yellow screwdriver, it's like, my man, I haven't experienced this for such a long time. Such a long time. Come on, Yellow, make my day. Come on, Yellow, make my day. Another cleaver, 3 cleavers. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, shit! Stand up! You have to remember, guys, you can't hit when you're crouching. Okay? Can't hit when you are crouching. Remember that. Remember that. That has gotten me close to death a lot of times, where I don't understand why I can't hit, and the puppets are beating the living poop out of me. The living poop out of me. I have a big Jenny and 2 fridges, one for raw stuff and one for cooked stuff. Nice, man. See, as soon as you're searching, you see that? You were standing, but now you're searching. And now puppets run up on you, and you're like, no, 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 no. No, you have to stand up again. Small things. Small things. Or don't loot until everything around you is dead. You know, so either remember that you crouch when you're looting. That's one option. The other option is never loot when there's something around you that is still alive. Never loot when there's something that can hurt you or see you. That's also a good one. Yeah, playing different games with different buttons definitely gets you confused a lot. Like when you want to run, like NPCs are shooting at you, or you've got a horde on you, or you need to run, and then you're holding shift. You know, you're holding in shift. Run! Run! And he doesn't want to run. Because you're used to holding in shift in all the other games. And then you die. Now, I'm going to play the game in a very immersive way. But I must tell you guys, if you don't have a problem getting into an abandoned bunker. I feel an abandoned bunker is really great for end game loot and beginning and starter gear. You guys know that I get a lot of military clothing at this communication tower over here. You guys know, these 13 lockers at the prison can give you really good loot. But when you visit an abandoned bunker, when you're fully geared, you are aiming for like a memory module or epic loot. But you can loot the first floor. So the first floor of an abandoned bunker is very useful for starting players. And the second floor of an abandoned bunker is very useful for fully geared players. Because if you want a really good opportunity to find military clothing and armor, like I'm talking bulletproof, tactical, and helmet, if you want to be fully protected as fast as possible, going into an abandoned bunker and just searching the sleeping quarters is not a bad idea. At all. At all. I'm actually considering it now because surviving is my main goal. I'm actually considering it. But we still have to do that key card, and we don't have a lot of time left, so let's just move. We still have to do that key card, so yeah. Time is not on our side. Yeah, now that C1 bleeding marker doesn't wanna heal properly. Perfect. As the ultimate server, on the wipe, I'm going to ignore quests and disable the HUD on Supermax. That will be cool, Yaku. That will be very, very cool. No quests and the HUD. That will be an extreme challenge, buddy. That will be an extreme challenge. That will definitely make things a lot more interesting. I follow the Jenny before I log out, and when I come back the next day, the Jenny is down about 30 or 40%. Yeah, but you don't need to leave the Jenny on when you know how to power the things individually, Tom. If you turn the Jenny on, and then you turn the fridge on, okay? Then you can turn the Jenny off and log out. The fact that you didn't turn the fridge off still keeps... The game thinks the fridge is still on, when you leave the game. So, you turn the Jenny on to turn the fridge on, but then when you want to log out, you just turn the Jenny off. You don't turn the fridge off. And then when you come back, your food your food will act like the fridge was on. Or you can make it immersive and leave the generator on, Tom. You can make it immersive, buddy. Because what I'm explaining to you is also, you know, it's the same thing that I discussed at the beginning of the stream. Exploiting the NPC weakness that they can't see you around corners. Doing that on the fridge, you know, is also unrealistic. But I feel the reason that people exploit the fridge is because the fridge doesn't work realistically. You check, like a chest doesn't work realistically. It's not how long you've left the stuff in there, it's how many times you've opened up the chest. You understand? When they make the systems more realistic, then we won't have to think about ways to make it work, because it doesn't want to work realistically. You understand? So, yes, I'm explaining an exploit, but it's actually the game's fault that we needed to use that exploit in the first place. Yeah, exactly, Tom, exactly. Yes, you guys, I'm thinking I can get into these half moons really, really easily. I'm thinking I can do a quick sweep of those half moons very, very quickly. But I'm also thinking it's not, it's a bit of a risk so early. But again, time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. You have to focus on time. In card with 5 gifted memberships. Sinsully, Forgotten, Red Eye, 606, Peanut, Peeler, and Wayme all got gifted memberships. Kind regards of Incard, guys. Let's give Incard a lot of love in the chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Thank you very much, Incard. Appreciate it, bud. Thank you for the love, Jason. I appreciate it. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it, buddy. I clearly forgot about the compass. One plank in a toolbox. Man, we'll probably find a compass in a military spot. Thank you, Yaku. Appreciate it, bud. We've got armor on. Got a very powerful weapon. Like, going for the abandoned bunkers would have been a way better decision. But I mean, it's on our way. It's not like it's out of our way. We just we hop in and we hop out. We hop in and we hop out. Let's do it. We must still balance fun with immersion. Hey, Dater, welcome, bud. Managing our heat, micromanaging everything like a true survivor. Yes. Yes, the color just mean different danger. Green is of course the safest because that's trading zone. Blue are medium danger, those are towns. Abandoned bunkers are orange, very close, very high danger. Red is the most dangerous places. Yellow is secret bunkers. Purple is gas stations. So no deep meaning, no real deep meaning. Very, very normal. I don't know, Yaku. I don't know how he does it. What do you mean? What do you mean the emoticons are bugged? Friday. How are they bugged? Explain to us what's going on. Now that I think about it, that is quite out of the way. No, I'm not going there. That is quite out of the way. That is quite a big detour. Can't even see them in your list. Okay. They are blacked out. Yo. Okay, we're in a dangerous area. Let's get our constitution. Let's get our stamina back. In case things get hairy. And then we're gonna need some cooked food because our exhaustion is definitely becoming a problem. Exhaustion is definitely becoming a problem. Come on, baby. Where's that toolbox? Where's that toolbox? Give me that toolbox. Nah, definitely think Bright Day is subscribed, buddy. Definitely think Bright Day is subscribed. But good promotion there, Jakub. Good promotion there, buddy. I like it. I like it. Okay, now we can craft. At least we can craft another toolbox. How much protein is that? How much protein is that? Yeah, that's not a lot of protein. Big thank you to whoever gifted me a channel membership. Thank you, Forgotten. Appreciation goes a long way. Wow. This poor bike has seen better days. I always get a bit nervous close to big towns on Supermax because yeah, Supermax is very unique with how regularly NPCs just attack you from nowhere. So whenever I get close to a town, I'm nervous. Whenever I exit a town, I'm nervous. If that's a little bit too unrealistic for you, you can always put it on a quick slot and you drink like that. The thing about putting it on your quick slot, you can probably stick to a weapon. Yeah, as soon as you change to a weapon, it will go back to its original slot. Okay, we're not that far off. We just have to grind it out. We're not that far off. We've done well, guys. We've done well. Surviving on Supermax from 0. Is a good achievement. Good achievement. Ah, Yaku, you can't kick your name to save your life, my bro. Not while I'm here. What you talking about, my bro? If anyone drags their name through the mud, it's me, my man. You ain't got jack poop on me, bro. Stand in line, buddy. Stand in line. Okay? If there's anyone in this community that knows how to kick their name, it's me. We are all mature, good-hearted adults. Who've gone through a few more bumps than we wanted to in life, and now we've got a few screws loose. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. It's very natural, very human. Nothing wrong with that. And at our age, we really don't care what other people think about us. And that's what makes us unique in today's world. I don't know if I'm speaking for everyone, but I really don't give a poop what anyone thinks about me, and I relate that to my age. I'm like a fine wine, you know. I'm on that perfect age group where I just don't give a shit. And it's so free. It's so free. So liberating. Luthais, thanks for having my back, but I have my NAS boots on. Let me have a go at the post, please. Okay, Yaku. Okay, bro. Okay. No problem, buddy. No problem. You will only catch that joke if you're South African, guys. You will only catch that joke if you're South African. And you must have a sense of humor. You must be South African and you must have a sense of humor. Which might be difficult in today's time. Yeah, Inkard, we're like a fine wine, my bro. Fine wine. Not everyone likes us. But there are a lot of people that appreciate us. Huh? How's that for a great saying? Not everyone likes us, but there's a lot of people that appreciate us. Huh? Yes, see. I'm wise beyond my years. It's a sad thing I haven't grown up yet. I'm very wise. I just haven't grown up yet. I get confused, guys, because women always said I'm very mature, for my age. Every woman that I met always told me, yes, you're so mature for your age. Now, I know I'm mature. I just don't know if I'm very grown up. I think there's a difference between mature and grown up. Because I'm always like 18 till I die, so I don't act like an old person, although I am an old person. So I think they must, we must separate mature from whatever I am. Definitely, God, definitely. I thought I would make it. I really thought I would make it, but it looks like I'm not going to make it. I'm going to run out of protein again because my carbs are gone. And as soon as the carbs are gone, then I'm going to burn through that protein at a massive speed. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. That's the only way we can save our carbs. Bloody hell, if you're an old person, what am I, ancient? No, we're all fine wines, bro. We're all fine wines. You're just, just different, different ages. Just different age fine wines. But we all qualify under the same category. Bro, I believe after 50, age doesn't really matter. You understand? Whether you're 50 or 80, your glory years are behind you, Not at the moment, Max. Don't know what the future holds, but no, not at the moment, buddy. But if absolutely no one comes to support my Crimson Desert streams, yes, Max, I might need to close all the servers, but you never know. Yeah. If I've only got 2 people watching my Crimson Desert streams, next month might be the beginning of the end, bro. Might be the beginning of the end. But it's not the beginning of the end yet. So we stay positive. Come on, hold alcohol. Hold the alcohol. Yeah, the alcohol's still going up. Nice, man. The alcohol's still going up. We are surviving on 0.7 grams of carbs. We are surviving on 0.7 grams of carbs because of the alcohol in our system. And with 5.5 grams of protein, we can maintain this speed for another hour. Can you guys believe it? How's that for micromanaging your Tamagotchi or your character in Scum? That is some in-depth, over-the-top character management right there. Now, you guys might think, whoa, Luth, that is awesome. It's not that awesome, buddy, because when you've got alcohol in your system, you don't gain any strength. You see, I am protecting my protein with the alcohol because we're not burning through our carbs. But when there's alcohol, oh, we are still, never mind. Why did I think you're not gaining any? Oh, it's dexterity. It's dexterity. When you've got alcohol in your system, you don't gain any dexterity. Okay? But you are still gaining strength and constitution. So no, I take it back. It's only dexterity that doesn't go up while you are protecting your carbs with alcohol. So yeah, we would have stopped gaining strength a long time ago if we didn't micromanage our character with majestic vodka. I also just use beer and wine, but I must say the majestic vodka, you know, one sip of the majestic vodka definitely lasts way longer than beer or wine. You do run the risk of getting drunk, but I mean, when you know you're going to put your character under a lot of pressure, like I'm putting my character now under a lot of pressure, then you can do it. You know, then you can do it. Well, that alcohol is running through our system very, very fast now. So we need to take another sip. Can you guys believe it? By managing our alcohol and not burning through our carbs, we will be able to put our character under pressure for a whole hour in game, which is like 15 minutes of constant pressure. Amazing. It's amazing. And if you run in the wrong direction, Tom, you're also wasting your time. Yeah, Yaku, I'm not really a Monty Python fan. I've got family members that are Monty Python fans. But I can clearly see you like Monty Python like some of my family members do. I'm really tempted. I'm really, really tempted. How many screwdrivers? Man, I don't have loot space. How many screwdrivers? No, stop that. Stick to the plan, Bruce. Stick to the plan. Let's go. Let's go. Stick to the plan. I definitely need that compass to navigate a little bit better, yeah? We're going to need a bolt. Because as soon as we have a bolt, then we can craft the toolbox. And then we can cut down a tree with an axe that we craft. So that's good. Focus, man. Focus. When last have you guys survived on 0.8 grams of carbs and 3 grams of protein? Oh no, the prison death trap. Got my backside handed to me twice. I'd rather do the whole weapons factory. The wolves always get me on the way out. Okay. I think it's the way you're exiting, Yaku. Like, if you exit the prison south to the south and to the northwest, I think you'll run into wolves. If you exit the prison through the main gate, north and northeast, I don't think you'll run into wolves. I usually just make sure I have food and water so I don't faint unexpectedly, like when a bear decides to chase me. That's a good idea, Pride Day. Very good idea. Now, can I lie down with the raincoat on? No, I can't really lie down with the raincoat on. No, I can't lie down with the raincoat on. I thought the raincoat would protect me the same as it protects me when it's raining, but no. Everything gets wet when you lie down in snow. So that's a learning experience. Yes, I do the northeast exit. Maybe that's why. But then you shouldn't be attacked by wolves, Yaku. If you exit through the main gate, you know, like here, you shouldn't be attacked by wolves. But if you exit to the northwest or west or southwest or south, then you will. I know wolves attack you south of the prison. I don't know when I've been attacked by wolves, but I mean, I could have just been lucky. I know there's a wolf spawn here, like northwest, there's a wolf spawn. But if you stick to the road and if you stick to the right side of the road, you should be able to skip that wolf spawn. But I mean, if you panicked, it's very difficult to exit, to be in complete control when things start going wrong. I would have loved to be at 35 fame, but I'm sure, no, we can't even do a bloody quest, guys. We can't even do a bloody quest. We don't have the smartphone. Can you believe it? We don't have a smartphone. If we had the smartphone, we could have done one quest and bought a hiking backpack. This run would have been the most epic run ever if I got a yellow screwdriver and I got a hiking backpack now. Then it would have been a perfect run. At the moment, it's unfortunately not a perfect run. Unfortunately not. No, not the main gate, the passage, then the gate with Meg's timing. Definitely north, but in many times, but not on much luck, yeah. Check the cars at the trader. Never know. Yeah, there's a very, very slight chance. But I can't believe we haven't found one smartphone with all the puppets that we've killed. We've been very unlucky. Killing so many puppets and not having a smartphone. I mean, we leveled up our archery to 14%. Quite a few puppets. At the trailer. At the trailer, trader. Goofy, do you mean trader or trailer? Hey, Goofy Lord, do you mean trader or trailer? I just got the quest to get uranium for the M82 sale when the news of the wipe dropped. Lol, no point now. Yeah, that's a very rare quest to get, Ethan. So yeah, it is sad, buddy. It's sad. It's sad. Our alcohol finally couldn't maintain us anymore, but we are gonna cook food now, so it's fine. We are gonna cook some awesome food right now, so it's fine.
What's up? If you're trying to rob the place, I guarantee you, I'm well armed.
I don't even have a card, brother. I don't even have a card. But whatever, to get a card. Trader, okay. So you always get okay. Hopefully it's my lucky day as well.
Greetings, valued customer.
Okay, this is way too slow. That is way too slow. Let's make that 30. That's a little bit better. Hey, Eden. Welcome, darling.
Please come again.
Hope you're having a good weekend. Sell a few things now.
Welcome, stranger.
Do 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 do. Oh, that's a quest item. We can't sell that. That could be a quest item as well, but we need 3 of those. Complete the quest. That's not really worth it. I'll take the growl. Growl makes... Wait. You can only cook one thing on a growl. You can only cook one thing on a growl. So no, I'm not taking the growl. On an original growl, you can cook 2 things at a time. But on that growl, you can only cook one thing at a time. So I'll rather just make the fires. Thank you. Yes, it's all fun and games with my new house. I'm happy you're happy, Eden. It's been a long time. Been a long time, Eden. I'm glad it's behind you finally. A peace of mind goes a long way. Peace of mind goes a very, very long way. You can just finally relax and chill. Not that we can ever truly relax, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Do we have rags? Can I don't want to use the rag, man. I don't want to use the rag, man.
Welcome, well. Here's what I got.
Give me the diary. Give me the diary. I don't want to use the bloody rags, man. Give me the piece of paper. Give me the piece of paper.
Make sure to stop by.
Light. Light. Yeah, we don't even have the food yet, bro. We don't even have the food yet. You're in a hurry today. It's gracious.
Here's what I got.
They can fix that as well. That thing where if you're too quick, it just adds to the line. They can fix that as well. That will be a very good quality of life improvement. Where you can just click there and type what you want to type instead of going, oh, I was a little bit too fast.
Make sure to stop by again.
We don't know. We don't know what to expect, so... Are we excited? Not really.
Welcome,
Are we intrigued? A little bit.
You want something to drink?
We're a little bit
or
intrigued.
Something to eat?
A little bit intrigued.
Hit me up when you need a refill, sugar.
Luth, maybe search the cars for a smartphone is a good idea. Yeah, I will now, bro. I don't want to pass out. I'll search the cars now. I just don't want to pass out. Where is everything? There's the salt. Where did we put the black pepper there? There's the black pepper. Salt. That everything is scattered all over the place. That. Okay. Here. That. Whoa, man. I don't know why. Guys, do you think we need that extra step when we cook food? Who says we need that extra step when we cook food? You guys know what I mean, you know? You go like cook and then you have to cook and then you have to choose the cook again. I don't think we need that double cook selection. I don't like that Shroud guy. Ain't he with splash damage? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's working on a separate game. With them. Hopefully, he's got nothing to do with Scum, buddy. If Shroud... If they listen to Shroud, I'll stop playing Scum immediately. If Shroud starts telling them what to do in Scum, I will stop playing Scum. And I will make a video telling them what I think about them. Okay? I'll leave in my normal, gracious way. Don't worry. Uh-oh. No! Okay. Now we have to ask ourselves, did we pass out or didn't we pass out? Did we fail or didn't we fail, guys? What do you guys say? Was that a legitimate pass out? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we caught it just in time, so it was a major save. But the technical part is, you know, did we or did we not pass out? Basic cooking, baby. Only on Supermax. Only on Supermax. I love it. Is he a streamer? Yes, Eden, he is a streamer. But we're not going to talk about him. There's a few popular people that make me very angry. And I'm calm at the moment, you know. So I'm not going to start talking about him. Because when I start, it ends up an hour rant, you know, and then everyone leaves because I'm losing my poop. So I'll just stay calm. But what I can tell you is if they listen to him regarding Scum, then I will tell them exactly what I think about them in the most direct way possible. You can take that to the bank. They hired Raker. Yo, my bro. Where did you read that, bro? Where did you read that, huh? I think he's been sponsored for a long time. Yeah, I know. He's probably getting sponsored by them all the time. You know, he's very politically correct. He makes sure that every word turns into money. Whatever he has to say to earn money, he'll say that. So yeah, he's perfect for sponsorships. I'm not that perfect for sponsorships. He said he's part of the team now. Oh, yeah, that's possible, bro. That's possible. Not impossible. Okay, we didn't get lucky. We didn't get lucky. Now, ladies and gentlemen, oh, flip, we have to go there, man. Sure, we have to. Oh, how do we get rid of all these stuff? Like a lot of these stuff are quest items. A lot of these stuff are quest items. I have a plan for the house and it will be very nice when it's done. Moving into a new place that's yours is a dream of mine, guys. I've never truly owned a house. Maybe I will never own a house. Who knows? Because houses are extremely expensive. But moving into a house that you own and you can do whatever you want to do with it, you know, that's really exciting. You know, like ripping out the old kitchen cupboards, putting in new kitchen cupboards, you know, ripping out the old bedroom cupboards, putting in new, like I'm a carpenter, so of course I'll revamp the entire house with really nice cupboards, you know, but repainting everything, insulating everything, retiling, like just the freedom you have, you know, when you own property is really, really nice. Very, very, very nice. Because when you rent, it's like, a lot of people say it's like throwing money into a deep, dark hole. I don't feel it's throwing money away because it is, you know, it is giving you a home to live in. But I mean, it's definitely not an investment. You check, like you are making sure that the person whose house it is moving forward in life. You know, where you are not really moving forward in life, property wise or investment wise. But all I'm saying is the freedom you have to do whatever you want to do when you own properties, it's really exciting. As like Eden says, it's fun. I will have a lot of fun, like redoing an entire house, you know, like revamping everything in a house, outside and inside. That will be really, really cool. If men have a man cave, what do women have? The entire house, Friday. That's why men have a man cave, Friday. Because the entire house is the woman's, and then the man just has his little garage or his little room that's his. The rest of it is the woman's. That's why she doesn't have a cave. Everything is hers. The man just gets the man cave. Please get a helmet, dude. Even just an empty beadstud will do. Yes, I have own house. I feel same. Yeah.
Sup? Guns come unloaded. Security reasons. Obviously.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to sell most of the stuff that we have, but we have to be specific with what we sell. We can't just sell for the sake of selling. But I mean, we need space. Space is very, 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 very,
That
very
seemed
important.
registered. Kidding. No farewell.
Hey, Phil. How's it, my bro?
Welcome, friend. You want something to drink or something to eat?
Okay, I don't care that the prices are bugged.
When you need another round, you know who to call.
How am I? No, this time of the year is never great for me, Phil, but just gotta stay positive, my man.
Welcome.
Just gotta
Feel
stay
free to browse
positive.
around.
Doesn't help worrying about tomorrow. I just try and focus on today. You know? If I can focus on today, tomorrow will take care of itself. But it doesn't help me worrying about tomorrow. So yeah. What man? Can't I sell the alcohol? I'm sure I have to sell the alcohol to the bar lady. Doesn't really matter what I do. I have to go get that loot. Because I don't like this. This I don't like. The fact that you have to do this within 24 hours. It's not that bad, you know, but it's, you know, like actually I can even do this tomorrow if I want to. I can even do this tomorrow if I want to, which I think I'm going to do. But guys, I'm not very excited now to run one. That's only, yeah, I'm not that excited to run 2 sectors right now. I think we've had a good session. You know, we didn't die. That was the purpose. We need to find a smartphone, so we need to reset our goals, reset our targets, you know, understand what's important. Smartphone is definitely at the top of our list. Loot space is definitely at the top of our list. And what's crazy is if we just wait here for 40 minutes, if I just wait here, no, 20 minutes. Now, if I officially wait here for 20, I can leave my PC on right now. Okay? I can literally leave my PC on right now. Because in 20 minutes, I'll have 35 fame.
Hello.
And that 35 fame, is going to allow me to buy the hiking backpack. Like technically, we need like $1,200. But I think, you know, worst case scenario, we sell the night vision. Worst case scenario, we sell the night vision. Okay, but tomorrow, when we carry on our journey, we will have a hiking backpack. We will get that. We will loot that secret bunker. We will get a smartphone. And we will do an abandoned bunker. Just to show you guys how quickly you can get geared and armored if you just focus on level 1 of the abandoned bunker. So, thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. And yeah, hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for surviving with me. Later, guys.